Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Andrea here. I'm a celebrity makeup artist. I'm based in Paris, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a day to night makeup look. It's 4:19 p.m. and I've had this makeup look since 6 a.m. I like to do my makeup before my son wakes up. I'm going to show you how I take myself from this to this. Today's video is in partnership with IDYL, and it's the jewelry brand that I've been wearing a lot lately. You've seen my earrings, and I always get compliments for my earrings. I always get compliments for my jewelry in general. And I'm going to show you how I also take my daytime jewelry and make it a little bit more nighttime. Now, I've been loving IDYL for a very long time, and I love how adjustable, how versatile their jewelry is. Now, this is something that I wear for every day. It's either these earrings or, I'm sure you've probably seen these a lot. This is the type of earring that comes in 3 parts. So you have the base, which can definitely be worn all by itself. If you're looking for something incredibly simple, this is solid gold with lab-grown diamonds. I've been wearing lab-grown diamonds a lot because personally I see no difference, and also the shine for the lab-grown diamonds is insane. Now, it's either these or these for me. They're very comfortable, both, and I can also sleep with them. That's why you see me wearing these all the time, because they're just so easy for me to wear. IDYL is a family-owned brand. They've been doing jewelry for a couple of generations. They know how to make jewelry that lasts, and I find their style very unique. I dare you to go on their website and see what they have. You'll see that it's really, really beautiful and very feminine, but not like girly. Not that there is anything wrong with, being girly, but it's feminine in a beautiful, modern, chic, cool way. You can choose the size of your base. So this is the base, right, that goes in the earlobe. This is the medium size. And this one is the small size. Let me put them together so you can see. This is slightly, just a little bit bigger. I like both of them. It really depends on what you prefer. This other pair that I have, it's called Paris. And the little key at the back. Guys, now seriously, how beautiful are these? They immediately transform, a daytime look in a beautiful nighttime look without a lot of effort. So you could have these in gold, or you could have them in white gold or in pink gold. So this is the Paris style, right? These are in white gold. They look really, really stunning. And also they have it in rose gold. I have this other pair that's called Ono. Just wait. I just got these and they're so beautiful. Everything I have from them, they are definitely present, but they're not overwhelming. The base, which is this stone, this one right here, it comes in different sizes, right? You have the small, the medium, and the large. So this one that I've put right now, it's the medium one. This style, which is called Lucia, I don't know if you can see, but it's adjustable. So if you have a lot of space between like the hole and the end of your earlobe, you could adjust this to make it perfect for you. They're very beautiful, unique, classy, but modern in the same time. I always get questions about this necklace. This has the initials of my son. My son's name is Eden. And it has a little, I don't know if you can see, it has a little diamond right next to it. Again, this is solid gold and lab-grown diamonds. It's like my everyday. I wear this all the time. However, I love to get this little pendant whenever I want to feel special, or, I'm wearing something with open neck. And this necklace is adjustable. It has 3 different sizes. So if you want to make it, closer to the neck, you can. I kind of like to wear it a little bit longer like this, especially with what I'm wearing right now. I have just a basic tank top. I think it looks really pretty. Now back to my makeup. I can definitely do a tutorial and show you how I've created this very simple everyday makeup look. But I can tell you a little bit about what I'm wearing. So I have the Victoria Beckham foundation, the one that they did in collaboration with Augustinus. I am wearing bronzer from Westman Atelier, and I'm wearing the super loaded tinted highlighter in Peau de Peche. I definitely have concealer, the Charlotte Tilbury, and powder. What made a big difference in the way my makeup lasts is the setting mist. And I hate to admit it that I was wrong. I wasn't wrong. It was just working until it wasn't. So do you guys remember how I always told you about the Charlotte Tilbury spray? Now that is such a beautiful universal formula that works for so many skin types, and I use that, I would say, on most of my clients in between layers. If you use your setting spray only at the end, it's really not going to make that much of a difference as when you actually use it in between layers, like right after you apply your foundation, before your powder, and so on and so forth. The reason why I'm saying that I was wrong is because I would use that Charlotte Tilbury very often because that's what I was used with, right? Until, you know, at the end of the day, I would look at myself in the mirror and the makeup would definitely last very well. However, it would be pretty drying, and that is not a drying setting mist. Now, there are other on the market that are a lot more drying than that one. But at the end of the day, I would look at myself in the mirror, and especially under my eyes, and guys, it would not look good. It would just look very dry midday. The only thing that I was changing, guys, it was the setting mist. Instead of using Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, I've switched with powder melt. I don't have it with me because it's home. I did this makeup at home. I kick myself for not bringing that spray at the studio. I have to tell you, this is the only change that I've done this week because today is Thursday and it made the biggest change. I've always thought that powder melt is a little bit too hydrating for me, right? Because I have combination skin, which means I have oily T-zone. But no, it is the best spray for my skin right now. At this stage of my life, it's glowy, but it's not oily. But what do I do if I want to go out? What do I add to this? I would use one of these two sprays. Both of these, it's more like skincare for me. Now, I think I've showed you this many times. I've lost count on how many of these bottles I've used. This is a very, very good, effective product. However, I don't think I've showed you this. This is the 345 Relief Cream Mist from Dr.Althea. It's not expensive, and I love their moisturizer. If you have tried their moisturizer, and if you love it, you're going to be obsessed with this mist. So this is the first thing I would do. If the skin feels too oily, I'm not going to powder. I would usually just take one of these tissues, right? And now I just use it in the areas where the shine really bothers me, such as around the nose. You can see the amount of product, and also on my forehead and the chin. If you don't have combination skin or oily skin, you probably don't need to do this step, but I have to. Now I understand what I need to do with my face. I don't know how much you're able to see, but in this area, probably because I was like sitting like this, or, you know, I've touched my face, but there's not much foundation happening right here. And also because I was wearing sunglasses, you can see that the sunglasses kind of like melted the product right here. So I will take my foundation, and I'm going to use the same foundation that I've used in the morning, because I know that, you know, it's going to work. If you're using a different foundation in the evening and, you know, you've never really tested them on top of each other, they might peel. So it's better to use the same foundation in the evening. This is the foundation that you need to shake really, really well before you use it. I'm using the shade number 5. I'm going to take this Maria Catala brush. This is in number 4. Beautiful brush. And just add a little bit of product here around the chin, just wherever I see that the foundation kind of disappears from my face, with very, very light motions. a little bit on the nose and forehead. Sometimes my foundation also disappears from this area. I think it's pretty good today, but I'm just going to add a little bit more. Again, I'm going to use the same concealer that I've used in the morning, which is this Charlotte Tilbury. This is in shade number 5, and I take it with a brush number 7, also from Maria Catala. They've just sent me a full brush set, and I couldn't wait to use them. Very beautiful brushes, by the way. And I make sure I load my, this is what I'm doing on the back of my hand. I just load my brush with concealer so that when it touches the face, the product is already blended. Does it make any sense? Like now I just do this. Look. The blending is already done. This is where I feel like the sunglasses melted the product. So I'm just gonna add a little bit right here and a little bit right here. I feel like I could use more concealer. And because I've applied this spray and the skin is not dry, it takes the product beautifully. If I were to apply this on dry under eyes where you've applied powder, it wouldn't have looked very good. But because of that spray, I mean, thanks to that spray, I can do this and it looks really beautiful. It just melts right in. And you can see the difference. Like here, it's definitely a little bit dark. And I still have a little bit of darkness from my surgery. So concealer done. Also here, I'm always slightly darker. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have a bunch of spider veins, very concentrated in this particular area. And whenever I apply blush, it looks like it's patchy, but it's just the way my skin is. So I'm going to apply a little bit of that, just what's left on the concealer brush. And I'm also going to apply, again, what's left on the brush, a little bit on my eyelids. Then I'm going to go with Makeup by Mario powder. It's very natural. Would I recommend you this powder if you had oily skin? No, because this is not going to be enough for you if you have oily skin. But if you are like me with combination skin, you're going to love this. A little bit of powder just to set this area. So I take it with a powder puff. Yeah, already this is so much better. Another thing that I like to do is darken slightly my eyebrows, especially at the end. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but lately I like to apply warmer shades in my eyebrows because I feel like it just sweetens me. Whenever I apply the typical grayish tones that actually suit me, because my eyebrows naturally have that grayish tone, I look at myself in the pictures, I'm like, it doesn't suit me. By the book, you're supposed to apply the same color of the hairs in your eyebrows. Does it make any sense? That's the color that suits you the best. However, I sometimes think that you should go by the way you feel. And I feel a lot better when it's slightly warmer. I just like it on me. However, in the evening, because in the evening we have different lights, different environments, right? Maybe you're going to take pictures. I don't know. I like to take that medium brown, the exact color of my eyebrows, and apply it a little bit more at the end of my eyebrows, just to redo a little bit the arch. I think a clean line of the eyebrows, it always changes the whole look. The quickest way to add to your look is to do a red lipstick or a smoky eye. Now I'm going to focus more on the eyes, and I'm going to apply cream eyeshadow. This is from Makeup by Mario. And I'm going to apply it all over the eyelid, and then with the brush, I just smoke it out. A big mistake that a lot of women do is to keep their eyeshadow only here. Only here. But when you actually go past your crease in this area, that's when you actually open the eye. I'm also going to apply a little bit on my lower lash line right here. Now I'm going to use this palette because I have been talking about this palette so many times and told you guys, especially during the Sephora savings event, that it's such a good purchase because you could use this day and night. So I'm going to show you how I create a more nighttime look with this. I'm going to take these two shades together. This is a Rephr 03 brush. Apply this along the lash line. Now, I know that I have quite a lot of space between my crease and my eyelashes. It might not be the case for you. If you don't have a lot of space or if you have hooded eyes, I want you to take a dark brown or dark gray or black and use it along the lash line. Use it to tight line. That's not going to take any of the space that you have right here. It will definitely intensify your eye. Lower lash line, I'm only going to take this shade. I don't like when my eye makeup is too intense either, even if it's nighttime. And I'm just gonna go along the lash line to just smoke it out. I love these 3 shades to use in the evening. I mean, and they work during the day as well, but I find that they are just so special in those evening lights. So I mix the 2 shades, and then with my finger, I just get this in the middle of my eye, like so. It's just so beautiful. And now we're just gonna add a little bit more mascara. I didn't have a lot. This is the new one from Dior. I mean, it's the Overcurl, but I think it has like a new packaging. I love the Dior show. This is brand new, so I feel like it deposits so much product on my eyelashes. I'm just gonna take a little spoolie. And for me, what's gonna make a difference is adding a little bit more mascara on the lower lash line. That always intensifies the whole look. And if your lashes are so long that it touches this part of your eye, just take a spoolie and remove maybe a little bit of the product from the tip. That's what I like to do, because in the evening, you know, if you're dancing or like, I don't know, if you're going to a place where it's really hot, that could happen for sure, even with the best mascara. Lip makeup. Since I've went a little bit more intense on the eyes, not too intense, but definitely more intense than what I would use for my daytime look, I'm going to go with something that's a bit more tamed on the lips. So lip liner, you know, that's my jam. Lip liner is such a good product, especially if you like glosses or like lip oils, because it prevents the product from migrating. It creates like a border around your lips if you wish. And you don't have to overline. If that's not your thing, you don't have to overline. But I promise you, the lip liner makes your lipstick last longer. It's really a beautiful, very effective product for the lips. This is Hung Van Gogh Beauty Lip Liner. This is in Follow the Natural Shape. Okay, this next product does not exist on the market. However, I love it. It might look like any other lipstick out there, but the particularity about it is that once the shine goes away, the color stays. So it's the type of lipstick that you apply it on the lips, you give it a little bit of time to set on your lips, with the only note is that you have to apply it on clean lips, so no lip balm, nothing underneath. So I'm testing it right now to see if I find it really effective and if I see any difference as I use it, because this has a lot of peptides in it. It has a lot of really great ingredients for your lips. It's like skincare for your lips, but I think that's not enough. I'm a makeup artist, so I like color, I like performance. Of course, I love when a product does more than just color. Yeah, I'm testing it to see if there is something special out there. When it comes to my skin, honestly, I'm so happy with this glow. The only thing that I've used on my skin to give this glow is the powder melt, obviously in the morning. This, which really helps, and the super loaded tinted highlight from Westman Atelier in Peau de Peche. I think that's more than enough. The only thing that I would maybe add for an evening look would be some bronzer. And I really like this bronzer from Say. This baked bronzer is beautiful. And I'm going to take it with my brush that I've done in collaboration with Rephr. This is the 2609 brush. The really amazing thing about this brush is that no matter how much product you take, no matter what product you take, could be pearls, no pearls, matte, not matte, it will never deposit too much product. It's that type of brush that if you are heavy-handed, you're going to be obsessed with it. Because of the bristles, this is done in the shodo style, which is a technique that only exists in Japan. It's inspired by the calligraphy in Japan, and it just combines these like shorter fibers with longer fibers, and you have the most beautiful airbrushed application. Get it a little bit down the neck right here. Okay, I've put on my evening jewelries. I love these earrings with the necklace, and I've made the necklace slightly shorter. I think it's so gorgeous. Gorgeous. It doesn't need anything else. I love this makeup look. Ready to go out, although in full honesty, I'm just gonna go home. But yeah, this is how I would transform a day to night makeup look. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, give it a thumbs up so I know that you want more videos like this. I'm wearing a very cool blazer, right? You guys love it too? I think it's such a cool piece. It's from a brand called Bugesa. I've discovered them in Dubai. And this very simple tank top. Again, I think this is a great basic to have. This is from Lily Silk. It's a beautiful silk blend. You will find the links of these two pieces in my description down below, as well as somewhere in here. I think you're going to find all the products because now YouTube allows you to tag the products directly on the screen, and you might have them in the bar right here if you press somewhere here. If I remember very well, it's all new to me. Don't forget to check out IDYL. I promise you with all my heart, this is a brand that's truly worth it. If you're looking to get something special for you or for someone close to you, strongly recommend. I've been wearing their jewelry for a while now, and I can tell that they really last beautifully in time. Check out the description for a special code if you're looking to purchase anything from IDYL. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!